the change of the sanitary towels, like cleaning of hands. Sometimes it's a challenge, especially in the rural areas. Also preparedness, especially of the teenage girls. Most of them, they lack information. So like we need to do a lot of awareness in terms of menstrual health topics, as well as the sexual topics. And also another challenge is accessing privacy. You find like most of the washrooms even in urban centers and also in towns, they lack knobs. Some of them even, they lack bins where you can empty your used sanitary products. So these are some of the challenges that we face. And I would because we are looking forward to working with the rural women who are in groups who want to start like a manufacturing farm where we can have the locally eco-friendly products being manufactured. And we lack adequate capital. So we maybe ask for support when we get started with our project. Thank you.
Great. And those are all important tenets. So the next question I have is for Ms. Bindu Agrawal. Thank you for joining us today and thank you for waiting. But very important question. You come from sort of entrepreneurship background, especially in the development sector. So now what Ms. Purity was saying in terms of support, is there any way that entrepreneurship can help in this aspect and how?
Yes, very good question you raised, Priyanka, indeed. So I see the entrepreneurship as the solution to the basic problem we are facing in the menstrual hygiene. So as I have been talking with the Biomani and I've been associating with other startups, so they are the change makers. Actually, resources are scarce in every economy. If I talk about India, especially rural India, so we find the same, more or less same situation Purity has mentioned now. But at the driver's seat, if we take the charge as a woman or as a stakeholder, if we take the charge for that cause and involve the women in the manufacturing, in the supply chain management, in the every aspect of this kind of sanitation awareness, starting from awareness to delivering final sanitary products. So I think we can make it a movement. Whatever vision the Biomani is having to see in the future. So I think every economy, every nation can replicate this kind of initiative, and they have created very good business model where they are providing the training programs, starting from training to finance assistance, and then giving them the basic help in marketing and branding, and then exploring the different supply chain platforms, including the e-platforms, and then hand-holding and mentoring. So these kind of like a support system, if we could create in the ecosystem of a given place, whether it is east part of the world, west, south, more or less situations are serious when we talk about women and women related areas. So I think we need to take charge as a women for this cause and give our best to see the new light in the future.
Now, Manisha, the next question goes out to you because now there is a very important sort of common thread that I see here. Now, we have South America on the call, we have Africa on the call, we have the Caribbean islands, we have other parts of the world, we have India. So I think we have most continents. And one of the common threads that I see here is the issue of accessibility and inclusion. Now, you have worked with over 100 villages, in this aspect. Is it possible that this help, because I realize that challenges within the country are great, right? Within your area, within local areas, especially when it comes to menstrual hygiene, they're very overwhelming for someone to solve all of these problems. But is there a way that this support can be extended to the international community, especially since you are doing the work that you do? It is important, of course, to India, but it's also important to the rest of the world. Is there a way, or are there challenges that need to be overcome?
I think definitely there is a way, and there are various initiatives run by various corporates. I think we need to leverage and collaborate together is the key for us to make sure that it reaches to the last mile and to everyone wherever it is required. And I think what the government is doing and making sure that all the adolescents girls in the school get the free sanitary napkins. Similarly, there are state authorities who are doing it. So some of the best practices, if we can be picked up and we can scale those up in the different countries. I think inclusion and diversity is another area where we are trying to address all the issues related to adolescents, girls, and women. How do we create a comfortable work environment and also help them in their difficult days? So how do we make sure that the way educational institute and the working environment is providing the awareness and providing the access to the sanitary napkin is also become a one important element in their work environment. One of the best practice which Amazon does is that in each of our premises we do have a female nurse who can take stretches with the women, help them to understand what are the body movements and the problems you can face during the menstrual period, and what kind of one of the major challenges, women don't take care of themselves. So most of these women are anemic, they don't take a good nutrition. Second is during the grocery or during making their monthly budget, they don't think that spending on the sanitary napkin is important. So how do we create awareness and make sure that this becomes a priority in their spends? This is something very important because they save the money for their children's clothes, they save the money for their husband's spiritual trip, and for doing something for their in-laws, but they don't think about their basic right of having the hygienic practice. And that's something need to be promoted, and it should not be only limited to India, but it need to be scale it up across the intercontinental and the different countries. And definitely companies like Amazon and other like-minded corporates can come together and try to help wherever we have a reach and presence. Priyanka, does that address your question?
Can you guys hear me? I think
Yes.
I muted my mic. So I think you highlighted, Manisha, a very important aspect that, because women don't place importance on their own menstrual hygiene, or perhaps are unaware of the importance of it, and they don't invest in it. They invest in other things because they are not aware. It leads to a lot of problems. So Ms. Charles, Ms. Odette Charles, can you speak to perhaps some of the problems faced by the female workforce because of it?
In terms of the female workforce, and traveling to India gave me the opportunity and probably even opened up my awareness a little more on the whole issue of menstrual health. And looking at it from where I sit, we still have some work to do. And talking to a number of persons today, we looked at just the facilities that are available at workplaces. Yes, we have the running water, but sometimes we don't have the privacy where, as a woman going to work, having her menstrual, to go into the washrooms, to change a sanitary napkin, you have to go in because sometimes the toilet